Hi friends, my name is Nandita. I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Now let us discuss about water conducting elements of xylem. Types of development of conducting elements are centrifugal, centripetal and both. Centrifugal. In this type of development, the protoxylem formed near the central axis and metaxylem is formed away from the center, it means towards the periphery. This condition is known as endrage. The stem of angiosperm and gymnosperm are examples of this system. Centripetal. In this, protoxylem is formed away from the center, it means near the periphery, and the metaxylem is formed towards the center. This condition is called exarch. Examples are roots. Centrifugal and centripetal. In these elements of metaxylem is formed from both the sides of elements of protoxylem. In this type of development, protoxylem is surrounded by metaxylem. This condition is known as mesarch. Example, ferron rhizome. Vascular bundles. Xylem and phloem are collectively termed as vascular bundles. On the basis of arrangement of different parts, vascular bundles are divided into three categories: radial vascular bundles, conjoint vascular bundles, and concentric vascular bundles. Now let us discuss about radial vascular bundle. When the xylem and phloem are present separately on different radii in alternate manner, it is called radial vascular bundle. The order of development of xylem in this vascular bundle is centripetal. Thus, these vascular bundles are called exarch. Examples are radial vascular bundles is always closed and present in most of the roots. Examples of these bundles are exception radish, carrot, turnip, sugar beet, beetroot, etc. Conjoint vascular bundles. In this type of vascular bundles, xylem and phloem are present on the same radius. These are two of two types. Example, conjoint collaterate and conjoint bicollaterate and open vascular bundles. Conjoint collateral and conjoint bilateral and opening vascular bundles. First, conjoint collateral. In conjoint collateral vascular bundle, xylem and phloem are present on the same radius and phloem present towards the periphery. Again, these are two types, open and close. Open. If the cambium is present between the xylem and phloem, it is said to be open vascular system. Examples, stem of dicotyledonous and gymnosperm. Closed type. When the cambium is absent between the xylem and phloem in conjoint vascular bundle, it is called closed vascular bundle. Example, monocotyledonous stem. In this type of vascular bundle, order of development of xylem is centrifugal, so endrage condition is found in xylem. Conjoint bicollateral and open vascular bundle. These are two patches of phloem, one on each other side of xylem are found. These are two strips of cambium, one on each side of xylem. Such type of vascular bundles are known as conjoint bicollateral and open vascular bundle. Only outer cambium is functional. Order of development of xylem is centrifugal, so endarch condition is found. Examples, the stems of Cucurbitaceae and some plants of family like Apocynaceae, Solanaceae, etc. Concentric vascular bundles. In this type of vascular bundles, either xylem surrounds the phloem or phloem surrounds the xylem. Concentric vascular bundles are always closed. These are of two types, amphirebral and amphivessel. Amphirebral or hydrocentric. In this type of vascular bundle, xylem is completely surrounded by phloem. It means xylem is present in the center of vascular bundle. The order of development of xylem in these vascular bundles are both in centripetal and centrifugal manner. In this type of vascular bundles, protoxylem is surrounded by metaxylem. These are known as a mesarch vascular bundle. Such type of vascular bundles are found in stem of ferns and lower angiosperms. Amphivessel or leptocentric. In this type of vascular bundle, phloem is completely surrounded by xylem. It means phloem is present in the center of vascular bundles. In this type of vascular bundle, xylem is enlarged. Example, stems of Dracaena, Yucca, etc. Stele. The stele is the whole central mass of vascular tissue with or without pith surrounded by endodermis. Van Tigium Dauliot put forward the hypothesis about stele. According to him, stele is the central part or core of the axis on the plant, which includes the vascular system and its related structures. The tissues which lies inside the stele is called intrastellar tissues, and the tissues which lies outside the stele is called extrastellar tissues. The stele is surrounded by endodermis, but endodermis is originally the part of cortex. It is not the part of stele. The stellar system started from pteridophytes in order of evolution. Types of steles are protostele, sypnostele, solenostele, dictostele, eustele, and actostele. Now let us discuss in detail about the steles. Protostele and monostele or solid stele. Protostele is the most primitive and simplest type of stele. It consists of solid mass of xylem which is completely surrounded by phloem. Such type of stele lack pith. Solid stele is of following types on the basis of shape of xylem. Haplostele. In this stele, xylem is surrounded by a smooth layer of phloem. Central xylem is cylindrical but circular in TS. Example, Rhynia, Selaginodes, etc. Actinostele. Actinostele is that stele in which the central xylem has radiating ribs and assumed a star-shaped appearance. Example, Isiotis. Plectostele. In this solid stele, the xylem divides into a number of separate plates which lie parallel to one another. Most of the species of Lycopodium. Mixed protostele. Sometimes the solid xylem core of the protostele is broken into small groups of tracheids which remain embedded in the phloem. Such a protostele is known as mixed protostele. Example, Lycopodium, Cernum, etc. Now let us discuss about sypnostele. The sypnostele is that stele which the pith is present at the center of vascular cylinder. The sypnostele is of two types. Ectophilic sypnostele. In a vascular tissue of such type of stele, phloem is always present outside of the xylem. Examples of this are Eucypistum, Osmoda, etc. Amphiphilic sypnostele. In vascular tissue, such type of stele, xylem is surrounded by phloem on both sides. Example, Adiantum, Marsilia. Now let us discuss about solenostele. In Pteridophytes, there occurs two types of leaves, microphyllous and megaphyllous. Microphyllous leaves are require more vascular supply, and these leaves are receive vascular supply from stem. When a megaphyllous leaf develops on stem, vascular cylinder of plant organ breaks from one side and gap is formed. It is called a leaf gap. Means xylem and phloem are absent in leaf gap and it is filled with parenchyma. Vascular supply diverting from stem to leaf is called leaf trace. The leaf trace and leaf gap are present in TS of stem and opposite to each other at internode region. Due to the formation of one leaf gap, stele becomes horseshoe shaped called solenostele. Also may be ectofolic or amphiopholic. Now let us discuss about dictostele or polystele. When the production of many leaf gaps in cypnostele, main vascular cylinder breaks into many fragments, then such type of cypnostele is called dictyostele. Each divided fragment is called meristele. Each meristele has its own separate endodermis and pericycle. Pith is absent in meristele. Meristele is complete stele, so dictostele is well developed type of stele in Petidophytes. Eustele. In this type of stele, vascular bundles are arranged in a ring and medullary rays are present between vascular bundles. Such type of stele is found in stems of gymnosperms and dicotyledon plants. Normally in cycas stem, eustele is present, but in cycas young stem vascular cylinder is very small in comparison to the cortex and several vascular bundles are arranged in a ring forming an ectopholic spinostele. Now let us discuss about actostele. Many vascular bundles are distributed in ground tissue. Such type of stele is called actostele. Endodermis and pericycle are absent in actostele. This is highly developed type of stele. Such type of stele is the main characteristic features of monocotyledons.